And so having a plan to vote, there are a number of options available to you. One of them certainly is to participate on Election Day by going to your polling place. Another option is to come physically to the Government Service Center, where we have in-person absentee voting occurring right now. That process continues from now until 5 p.m. November 2nd, the day before the election. And we also have additional hours on Saturday from 10 to 3, the Saturday before the election, not any other Saturday, just that one. For those individuals that do not feel comfortable going out to either the Government Service Center or their polling place, third option available to them is to submit an application through the mail or email it to us. They can also go online, the Secretary of State's website, and electronically complete an application. That when we receive the application, whether it's in the mail to us or whether it's an email to us or electronically from the Secretary of State's office, we can then prepare a ballot packet that we mail to them. Now that takes a little more thought, because as we get closer and closer to Election Day, there's less and less time for us to get things to you and for you to get them back to us. However, there's that change for this year that as long as it's postmarked on or before November 3rd and we receive it within 7 days afterwards, it still gets counted. So, but again, I wouldn't encourage people voting through absentee through the mail to kind of linger. I mean, if that's your plan, get those applications in so we can respond timely and so that you have time to vote and get them back. So precautions that are being taken relative to COVID-19, both here at our absentee voting location at the Government Service Center and likewise in the precincts on Election Day, are a number of different things. Of course, we have 92 different precincts and about 78 different polling locations throughout the county, and so there isn't just a single format that everyone is following. They are doing what works best for their particular locations. But one of the things that you'd probably see in all of them is that when you first come in, you'd have access to hand sanitizer. You'd then also have access to pens that have been sanitized, and you'd be asked to keep that pen through the entire process. Masking is another thing. It's encouraged and to mask when you come to the polling place. The judges will likely all be wearing masks. They'll also have masks available for voters coming to the polls on Election Day that don't have their own mask with them. A number of polling places are doing the best they can, and of course not knowing what the weather certainly will be like on November 3rd, but it's just similar here. In the Government Service Center, we try to practice some social distancing as well. So we try to keep some separation to the extent that we're able to. I know there are precincts that have installed some plexiglass to keep their judges separate from their voters. So your health and your well-being is something that has been given consideration, and steps are being taken to make the polling places safe for you to go and cast your vote on November 3rd. Everything that we do, it does take security into consideration. We certainly need to make sure we protect our software, computer systems, and so those the computer system we use for election reporting is actually a hardened standalone system, so it's not connected to the internet in any way, shape, or form. As far as securing ballots, all of our ballots, our Election Day ballots, for example, they are all secured in the basement behind locked doors that take 2 sets of keys to get to. Our ballots for absentee voting are secured within the office in locked files. Ballots that have been voted and returned either in person or through the mail are secured. Well, first they're processed by our absentee ballot board and documented every day, the quantity that we've received and accepted, and then they are also secured away in locked files. So there's a fair amount of security in place to protect the ballots that have been cast, whether in person or through the mail. Should also mention that for individuals who are receiving their ballots, their absentee ballots through the mail, they have actually 2 ways to return those. One is to mail them back, but we also have at our Government Service location right inside our main entry doors a secured box that they can deposit their voted absentee ballots into. And that box is checked on a regular basis throughout the day, and emptied, and the ballots taken down to the office and secured. So as an option, if you're not feeling comfortable mailing your ballot back, you can certainly come here and drop it in the box or carry it down the hall, whichever is more convenient for you, but the box is here as a service to you.